Hello guys, I'm doing my first tutorial, and I'm going to be doing it on the SWAT rifle class. Um, so basically what I run is, with the SWAT RFT, I run quick draw, fast mags, FMJ, and long barrel, in combination with the acoustic sensor and special issue equipment because it doesn't take up a spot, gung-ho, and dead silence. That's primarily all you're really going to need if you're running this weapon, which is of course a tier 100. So with that being said, I'm going to play a match, and I'm going to show you what's going to be the best way to really play with that. I play with it more kind of tactically, but aggressive at the same time, relatively because of my speed and reaction time is pretty high up there. I feel it has about the accuracy of the ICR, but the damage of either the Rampart or the KN. So with that, as you can see, I mean, I relatively run that almost any match other than close quarters, like on Seaside. I run the SG-12. If you've watched on any of my other videos, you see that I run the SG-12 mainly on that map, but more often than not because of the ammo that you're able to gain from him, and you can heal other players and yourself in a hot spot, and it gives you the points, because I do run the highest score streaks in the game. The attack chopper, strike team, and gunship. Relatively, I can get at least 1 to 2 of those every match, if not all 3, usually 9 times out of 10. So, here we go. Now, I know a lot of people would call me a tryhard, I guess, but, well, I get the enjoyment out of this by actually doing what I do. So, that spot usually always gets me if somebody's up in that corner right there. It seems like spawn is flipped already. See that they're on both sides, but definitely spawn flipped. Right. So it's all about the timing and predictability. Most players like to play the hotter zones of the map, so I usually like to play the hot areas. It's how I get a very good majority of my kills. And I always throw that up every chance I possibly get. Now, like I said, this is my ultimate class setup. The class setup I would use prior to this weapon coming out in the game was the ICR. I ran the ICR pretty much the exact same way because it did have its hits. It hit really well, even after the nerf, at least to me. I mean, I hear from a lot of people that they don't like the gun after the nerf, but for myself, it works pretty fine. Yeah, a tomahawk just floating around. So in combination with my score streaks that I run, usually won't really lose a match with the score streaks that I do. I do not know how I managed to kill that guy. So at this point, I'll just take my gunship. I kind of took a guess there, right there, but now this isn't usually a good map for this setup right here. Only because it's got a lot of closed-in area, so... but if you can break through the closed-in area, it's usually not that bad. You can get a pretty good spawn trap going with this setup right here. But of course, that is if you can manage to get this many kills in the match. Okay, let that guy go. Ooh, good guess. Alright, then I'll throw this back up again. Alright, so... I pretty much play back and forth through these sections. It's alright. Now I do play on a sensitivity of a 9 and a 9 for vertical and horizontal, so I also use the 1 times aim for the ADS. I don't mess with any of that. I do relatively fine for that. There's a guy, I'll be around that corner right there. Now I also do run a the Elite Turtle Beach Pros 2s. I use the updated model of those in combination with the acoustic sensor, even though after the nerf I still do hear a pretty good amount. I do find that they come in handy, and I also use 2 Control Freak joysticks. The right one is they're both inverted inwards, and one's just basically the topper of a stick on top of it, and the other one is a little bit higher up on my right thumb. It's just for my best control, honestly. So, alright, I hope you enjoyed the video. That was my match, and as you can see, the class does work with the SWAT. If you got any questions, please feel free to PM me on here, or leave a comment. Thank you.